Hello, and welcome back to Dwarf. Let's play Dwarf Fortress. So, our spinner's gone crazy. So, as you can see, we're in the 20th of Malachite, midsummer. Yeah, apparently he couldn't wait for us to get the rest of his cloth. We never actually got it. Like as you can see, like if we go to the craft store shop. All the stuff that he picked up, the tetrahedrite, the cut gems, the logs, and the steel bars, they're all still in there. So yeah, thankfully, he only went stark raving mad. He didn't go berserk. I think stark raving mad means that he won't try to kill anybody, but it doesn't really matter because I forgot to lock the doors. So he got out right away. Like, he went crazy. It didn't give me any warning. It just, he went crazy and ran right out the doors. So, you know, we got some problems. So these guys are gonna have to come kill this guy. Okay, apparently they won't come kill this guy. So we might have some issues. So see what he does. Hopefully he's just really melancholy and kills himself. Something I can really hope for. Going to your room, buddy? Is that what? Yeah. He's stripping on the way there, too. See, because his name is Rast. Here's some of his clothes. So he's just gonna strip down bare ass naked. Go to his room. See if we go here. As you can see, this is owned by Rast. And he's just gonna sit in here until he dies. So, oops. I mean, I should have paid more attention to how much wool I had, instead of using it all for bags. And see, that's my problem. Is I get an excess amount of things, and instead of setting some aside for later use, I just decide that I'm gonna burn through it because hey, I can get some more, right? So, yeah, that happened. Something else that I thought was interesting that I didn't really talk about is remember when those dwarves drowned? I kept getting messages for. Let me see if I can find it. It's going to be way up here. Here we go. So, Erib Bermokas? This dwarf right here, it kept coming up and saying that, you know, cancels store item inaccessible. And it turns out that the dwarf and the baby dwarf that died were his wife and youngest son. And as soon as they died, all their things became his things. So he kept trying to pick them up and, you know, get them. And, like, for whatever reason, they can't just reach down into the shallow brook and just fish them out. So I went ahead and made them all forbidden, so no one will try to get them. And then I just went ahead and put some bars back over it. I'm still really kind of bummed that I caused that dwarf to drown. But I think what happened was that dwarf was fishing. And then another dwarf walked up and was just like, I need these bars! And just ripped them out from underneath of her. And she fell through the water. Because before, like if we go up there real quick, and I go into activity zones, as you can see right now, it's just these two little squares right in front of the bars that are set to fishing. But before, it was like from like on top of the bars, like all the way down here, was an entire activity zone, and I had set it to fishing. So I think what they were doing is they were just walking up, standing on the bars, reaching down through and getting the fish, and it was just a big mess. But so yeah, just wanted to update you on that real quick. His spinner went crazy, and you know, again, oops. I mean, no big loss. I mean, it wasn't like it was a legendary dwarf or anything like that. It was just a regular spinner. At least I don't think he's a legendary dwarf. Let me check. Let's go down to... I'm forgetting all my hotkeys. There we go. So if we go to view... He was... Yeah, you know, nothing really too important loss. Like, the highest thing on here is competent. And he wasn't even an active military because it says rusty on all of his stuff. So we lost a military Marksdorf, but he wasn't actually in the military. So, you know, no big loss. The only thing that's really going to matter is his or her. I keep doing that. Is this male or female? Yeah, it's a him. So his wife and possibly children, if he has any. Okay, yeah, he's got a baby. So, oh no, he's got 2 daughters. One that's actually grown up to be an adult, and his wife. How old is this kid? Oh wow, 14. Oh no, so this kid must have already have been relatively old once they got there, because these must be immigrants. So yeah, these people might get a negative thought, but whatever. I mean, you know, our place is so awesome. Like, look, like ecstatic lately, legendary meal, legendary dining room, very good bedroom. Our place is so awesome that even if they do get upset that this person, that their, you know, relative, or in this case, husband and father, even if they do get upset that he dies, it's not going to be enough to cause a tantrum spiral, because our place is super cool. Super cool. It's actually kind of funny. I should probably put more cabinets into these bedrooms, because like all these bedrooms that you see here that have bags and like these are all clothing that are just all over the floor. Like if we go to view the cabinet, as you can see, the cabinet is just completely full of all this stuff. So there's not enough room in their place to hold all of their gear, so they're just throwing it on the floor. So it's kind of funny. I tried to put some bags in a few of these rooms, but they don't appear to be doing anything. Let me check this one real quick. Let me see if there's anything in this bag. Yeah, see, there's nothing in this bag at all, so it's not doing anything at all for this room, except for maybe adding some value to it. But that would be about it. So I might have to rethink my cabinet situation. It's really just more for aesthetic reasons. Like, you know, to come down and see a nice clean room, but it really doesn't matter because these guys are all, you know, they're all peasants. I'm probably going to put some more in here, obviously, because this is my noble's room, and I can't have them just throwing all their crap around willy-nilly, especially since this room belongs to 2 people who are in the military, and I have their gear set to replace instead of over, so they're going to take off all their clothes, put on their gear, and then just leave their clothes in their room. So, I've been rambling long enough for an opening video. So I should be back once something happens or the season changes. See you then. Alright everyone, so just a real quick update. As you can see down here at the bottom, it says the fortress attracted no migrants this season. I can only assume it's because we've been losing, like too many dwarves have been dying. Like, you know, we've had a few, we've had 2 go crazy. We've had 2 drown. Let's check our graveyard real quick. Let's just go down here and wrong button. Here we go. All right, so in our graveyard we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I don't know if they start. Oh, they did manage to get him. They got the baby anyway. Awesome. So is that 10? That's 11 buried. I don't think they've buried the mother. Buried the baby. It says 12 dead dwarves. I still don't know why they wouldn't want to come. I mean, our place is pretty awesome. I mean, what is that? That's 12 dead out of 154. So, hang on, let me do some real quick math. Normally I'd pause it, but screw that. It's math time, baby. So we've had 166 dwarves total. So we've only had a 7% fatality rate. That's pretty. If my math is right, we've only had a 7% fatality rate. So that's pretty good. I mean, you know, all things considered. Really only 4 of those were from my incompetence. 2 of those were from the dwarves being just weird little bastards and being like, nah, I don't want to be a member of your society. I'm just gonna hang out here and See what's going on. This toad has not moved an inch. If he has moved, I haven't seen it. But yeah, so I just wanted to let you know. I'm a little bit mad that no migrants decided to come to our fortress. I guess it makes sense because we didn't get a liaison last time. Like, we didn't get a dwarven caravan at all, and we really should have. But I think they tried to come during a siege and decided that they didn't want to. They didn't want to be any part of that. So yeah, just wanted to give you that update. So, I mean, other than that, nothing else is really going on. I'm just kind of, you know, doing some piffle stuff. Just kind of up. Oh yeah, I did change over my my brute squad over to exact matches. So now they have to wear steel or nothing else. So all these things on here, it says like leather cloak. They have to wear a leather cloak. They have to wear a steel mail shirt. All these things they have to wear exactly what this is, except for the individual choice. They can do whatever they want with that one. But for most of these guys, it's going to be, like if we go back to positions, as you can see, we have 7 blunts, so 5 mace dwarves, 2 hammer dwarves, and then 2 spears and 1 sword. We don't have any axe dwarves at all. I should probably fix that. I should probably make a new squad and try to see if we can get some. I don't even know if we have any. We got a swords dwarf, spear dwarf. I don't even know if we have any axe dwarves. It's all mostly mace dwarves and swords dwarves and spear dwarves. Oh, I saw. Yeah, see, it's all. We don't really have anybody. So yeah, or it's all mark dwarves, but I'm just kind of surprised we don't have any axe dwarves at all. But that's really all I wanted to update you on. Now I'm just kind of rambling again. So I'll be back once the season changes or something happens. So yeah, we're almost in late summer, but so I'll be back in a bit. Alright everyone, so we have hit another cavern. I didn't really talk about it last time, but I have been digging down. I'm looking for lava. We are at level 26. We are 122 floors below the surface. Man, these are high-walled caverns. Where's the floor to these? Here we go. Ugh. I don't know where we're at, though. Again, man, I should have wrote down what shrubbery was on each floor. Because those first caverns we hit are definitely the first caverns. Because I went online and I looked it up, and it's, the shrubbery you get in the first cavern is all the, you know, the fungi wood and the, whatever the other one is. But, man, these caverns go all the way down to below 3. I think I've been talking about, like, I've been using these numbers right here on the right side as indicators, but I haven't really said anything about them. The one on the top is your relation to above ground. So if it's red, it's that many floors below ground, and if it's like blue or some shit, it's that many floors above ground, I think. This one down here, I think, is in relation to sea level, but I could be wrong. I don't know what this one is exactly, but with this graphics pack, like, it doesn't show it, but this little black thing here, this little black space, means below. So like if we go up, see, now we're at 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But these are some big caverns, man. I've never seen ones with walls these high. Because where did we first? Oh wow, let's keep going up. Oh wow. These come all the way up to level 35? So yeah, that's pretty deep. So we're gonna have to dig all the way down. Man, I got lucky. Like, wow, I managed to pick it like right in the shaft. I mean, it's kind of a bummer. This opening is right here. This opening, because what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to dig out a space on all of these and just make a wall straight down, and that's gonna get tedious. But it's gonna have to be a wall all the way down here to the bottom. But, so yeah. So, pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here while I keep it digging. There's a lot of cassiterite down here. Look at all this. I've never seen... Like, this is all I've been hitting, pretty much. This whole way down is orthoclase and cassiterite. I'm kind of wondering why this is so spread out like it is. I might have completely bypassed the second level and gone right to the third. Like the third caverns. But we're going to explore this. Hopefully we come across some... what are those called? Some lava. Yeah, I don't know why I blanked on that. It's an easy word. It's hot, it's magma, it's lava. It's, you know, whatever. So I'm going to have to do this a little bit differently than I did with the last one, because there's not really a whole lot of room for me to set up. Since these do go so high up, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to dig all the way down, and then once I get down to the bottom of these caverns, I'm actually going to have to build a little room. Like a little, I guess, away room or something. I don't know. It's going to be my... I'm going to build my staging area down here. Hopefully we'll come across like a lava tube or something exploring this area. But we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video. I'm probably actually going to look up online to see how to tell which level of caverns this is. And then I will be back in a bit. So see you then. Alright, so it turns out I really underestimated the effect that it would have on our dwarves when they lost 2 family members back to back and then could not reach them in time, or could not get to them at all really to bury them. So like if we go up here to our fishing thing and we check, like here is both of their partial skeletons, right? So if we go back down to, like I was just kind of cruising around the fortress and I saw this guy with a red arrow, and gotta turn off notifications on Steam, man. I'm just not paying attention. Anyway, so actually I'm gonna do that. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just remember to do it later. All right. So this guy right here is one of our woodcutters, and if I had it on V instead of look, so it says he's unhappy. So I went to go check, and it says, you know, he's been unhappy lately. He's forced to endure the decay of a sibling. So that right there is a problem. He admired a fine statue, satisfied at work, slept in a very good bedroom, admired his own bed, lost a sibling, lost a mother. So even though he's had all these other things that are positive, the decay of the sibling, the loss of sibling to tragedy, and the loss of the mother to tragedy. I don't know why it says the decay of a sibling, because the sibling does have a tomb. But then if we go to relationships and we check the farmer, the father, his is the same thing. Unhappy lately, forced to endure the decay of a child, even though he has all these other things that are positive. Lost a spouse, lost a child. Let's see if we can't find any. I think these other ones are here too. Like if we check the eldest daughter, I'm pretty sure she's gonna, yeah, she has unhappy too. So we are at a pretty serious risk of having a tantrum spiral here. So, I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, like, if we look at the woodcutter and we check out his relationships, he doesn't really, okay, he doesn't have any, so the only people who actually have relatives right now, it looks like it's just contained to this small family. Maybe not though, because let's check out this guy. Or no, not relationships. Okay, so he's a static. If we go back, let's see who else they have here who are relatives. I don't think anyone else is going to be unhappy, because these are all like nieces and aunts and things like that, and they're probably not going to be as broken up over this thing. Well, actually, let's go ahead and actually find. Okay, let's go to the wife real quick. Check out her relations. Let's see who is here. Who is actually? Okay, no. So she actually doesn't have anyone else at the fortress who is a relative, it looks like. Everyone else is just passing acquaintances. So they're not going to be too tore up over her or her baby dying. But if I can't get these other guys, like the eldest son and the husband, under control, the children might be okay. I'm not necessarily sure. But if I can't get these 4 under control, if I can't get them happy, we could have some serious problems. So, oh man, is it going to take me out through this whole thing? Come on. That was weird. So yeah, we might... Let's see if it actually shows up on the health screen. I don't think it will. Why are all these dwarves thirsty? That's kind of irritating, having that actually show up. But... okay, so we're kind of at risk for a tantrum spiral. That... I didn't know that the kid was going to decay, and that was going to... I mean, like, I knew it was going to decay, but I figured that since we had him memorialized, that it wasn't going to make a big difference. But apparently it's going to, so hopefully I can get that under control before things, you know, completely get out of hand here. But we'll see. I'll just have to keep an eye on it and keep you guys up to date. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright everyone, so as you can see, a human caravan has arrived. Huzzah! So I'm pretty much going to do the same thing that I always do when the caravans show up. I'm going to cut it here, and once they get there, I'm going to go ahead and you know, go through and decide what I want and trade for, and I'll come back and show you what we're getting and what we're giving up. So we'll be back once that happens. So awesome. Alright everyone, so as you can see, the human caravan is not quite into our trade depot yet. Just something I wanted to point out. I was kind of looking around. Like, as you can see, like, I'm not necessarily sure if this is directly because of the tributes that we give them every year, or if just the game naturally progresses this way. Because I've always given tributes, so this always happens to me. But just something I want to point out. I haven't really been showing it. I haven't really been documenting it, and that's my bad. You know, I'm still new to this. But this is a huge caravan. It's 3 wagons and like 1, 2, 3, like 4 support horses and camels. You know. And if we go into other, you can see it's 43. And this is all caged animals and merchants and horses and camels and escorts. This caravan is a veritable it's a mini siege basically. Like if these guys were hostile, I mean these are a lot of things. I mean, you know, a couple of these are creatures that are, you know, either chinchillas or the Gorlak, which I think has such a stupid name. Like actually I'll show that to you while we're doing this. So there it is. He showed up on the edge of the map and has just sat there for a while. Here's a description. A small round humanoid found wandering in the caves deep underground. Most of its body is taken up by a huge tusked mouth. So it's Dan Halen, if you know who that is. Not Van Halen, Dan Halen, the fictional character from the show Squidbillies. Most of him is a mouth. But anyway, so unfortunately, I hate to be kind of a tease on this, but the video's been going on for long enough. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode here. So you'll have to wait till next time to find out what we trade for. So yeah. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.